welcome to another episode of BL Can't Save You. This is Nana, just a very tired My Blue.
And this is Ali, a girl who's just tired.
So we have a very special guest today. This is our first celebrity interview, and we are very excited to have him on. So he could go ahead and introduce himself now.
Hi, I'm Patrick Rangsimat. I'm the writer of my live review and my imaginary boyfriend, and also 7 days before Valentine. Nice to meet you guys all.
Nice to meet you, Patrick. Thank you so much for coming on to the show. So just to go ahead and start, we're gonna go ahead and I usually do a housekeeping where I talk about different things, but we're just gonna jump right into the interview. In fact, we're gonna start with a little icebreaker so we can help just get out some nerves and just to introduce ourselves. So this icebreaker is 2 truths and a lie. So I will go first. So my 2 truths are I work in a mortgage company. All right. I work in a mortgage company. I have 2 older sisters, and I have never slept in a hallway before.
Okay, then Ali or me?
Okay. Let me explain the game. So the game is you say your 2 truths and a lie, and you have to guess which one is the lie.
So I think your lie is about your sister.
I
feel like you are single shy.
No, I have 2 older sisters, so I'm the baby. I'm the youngest.
Oh, so the lie is you never slept.
In a hallway.
That one's interesting because why would you sleep in a hallway, you know?
Well, because sometimes like when you're like let's just say like you're in an airport, right? And like
yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
It makes sense, yeah. Oh, okay. So my 2 truths and lie. I bought my first home at 22. I absolutely love swimming, and I have 5 older siblings. I'm a baby.
I guess the first one is the lie.
The first one, bought the home at 22?
Yeah.
That's the truth. Try again.
Okay. Try again. The last one.
The last one, that's true.
Oh,
I can't swim.
Oh, so actually, is the second one is the lie?
Yeah, I can't swim. I am terrified of water. My ancestors, they ingrained that in my spirit. It's a joke. I'm sorry.
Okay, so it's my turn, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm the general neurologist. I have 1 brother, and I usually sleep on my hallway.
I believe you about the hallway because you were a med student. That's believable.
Mm-hmm.
You are a neuroscientist, so you don't have 1 brother.
Actually, I have 1 brother. He is veterinary doctor.
Oh, he's a doctor
too?
Yeah, he is the doctor too.
So you're a medical family.
Yeah, I have just only 1 brother. He is veterinary doctor, and my mom's always making a joke that I am a doctor to take care of my brother, and my brother is the vet med to take care of me.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Which one is the lie?
This is a theory. My mom's always says that if I can go to the other planet, if you can go to the other planet too, when you get sick, you should not ask for the doctor. You must ask for the vet med because they are ready for the variety of species. But the doctor is ready for just only single species. in that human. So if you have the chance to travel to the other planet and you get sick, ask for the vet med.
Okay, valuable information. Thank you. But then, Patrick, which one was the lie?
Huh?
Which one was the lie?
Which one was the lie? The last one.
You've never slept in a hallway?
I never slept in the hallway.
So,
I never slept in the hallway. Sorry. When I slept, I think I moved too much when I slept. So since I was really young, my mom always teach me that when I sleep, I have to sleep in my private. So I never sleep outside the private room.
Okay.
The room must be in the room. Even though I'm a doctor, but the doctor also have the room for take the rest.
Yeah.
That is the place that I have to sleep. One time I used to sleep. Not one time. I think it's 2 or 3 times I used to sleep in the toilet, on the toilet bowl.
Yep, that sounds more like it.
But it's considered the private room. So
okay.
Okay. Okay. So in the past interviews, you've mentioned that you just write for passion and not for profit. So that just tells us that you just have a deep sense of social responsibility. But we just want to know, the trending topic these days is like with people that have influence or a platform, should they be using their platform or influence to affect social change, or should they just be like free to do, whatever to post whatever content they want, basically?
I think people should do whatever they want to do. Okay, I believe in the free will theory. The platform also, every people should do whatever they want to do, and also the platform, because I think the sense of responsibility is common. I think all people have it. So when I said you can do whatever you want, it means with a sense of responsibility indeed. And I expect and also respect that all the people have it. If you notice, I have never blamed the other novels or other writers for their contents, even though some of them contain toxicity. I'm sure that when they wrote it, they wrote with a sense of responsibility as well. But it comes out like whatever they want to write it. So actually, I think, to be sum up, I think people should do whatever they want to do, but with sense of responsibility, not respond for the social, I think is too big for them, but just take the response for whatever you did, whatever you wrote it is enough.
Okay, good answer.
And just to interject here a bit, I like the fact that you said you don't blame them because they probably didn't start out with that intention. And I feel like that is an important thing to say, because I don't believe when it comes to art, I choose not to believe that anyone would want to start it from a negative place. They just thought that it would be something fun. They had an idea. They were like, I'm going to do this. But then the thing about art is that it's left up to the end user's interpretation.
Yeah, I also believe that too. You know what? Stephen King used to say in one interview that the story has its own life. So when you start writing it, I think every writer starts with the good mind, start with the good attitude, would like to make the reader smile or whatever. But at the point, a specific point, the story has its own life and the story needs to be flowed to that way. Stephen King says that you should listen to the message from the story, because when it's the story that crafting itself, you can craft it just half, and the other half is the story itself, and it's more natural. So even though it contains toxicity or bad end, but if you read it from the beginning to the end, I think every story has its nature.
Okay. All right. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. Not really a fan of King myself, but I agree with that statement. All right. So my thing is, you're a fan of him? You like that stuff? I love it though. I like the movies that come from his books. I'm not necessarily a fan of the books, which is interesting because I tend to like both. So yeah. So I think they do a good job of handling the transition of his novels into movies is what I'm saying. Oh, okay. All right. So my thing is, and I actually care about this part like really, really deeply, and I wanted your opinion. Given the fact that BLs are an LGBT subgenre, in my opinion, they don't really do much for the community because they come across as gimmicks, and they present gay men, in this case, because we're talking about BLs, they present them as caricatures of what, who gay men are in real life. So I wanted to know what you think about this. Do you think it needs to change, or do you think it's okay that way because it's just entertainment?
Okay. It's really deep question. Okay. Actually, sorry for the offense. I think BL not represent the LGBT genre. I think BL belongs to the reader community, to all readers, not LGBT, and it doesn't reflect the LGBT genre. It also doesn't represent the LGBT life. Is like, to be more specific, I think BL reflects and represent the pleasure of the reader, especially women, indeed. The thing that you mentioned actually is gay literature or LGBT literature. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's make a point that the KPI of BL is, BL is created for making reader to be happy. So the KPI is just the happiness. The audience or the reader read it and feel happy, they got smile. LGBT literature, gay literature is created for making people to be more understand the LGBT life, understand the gay life, actual life, if they want to. So the KPI is different. There were these two types were created with different aim. So I think no need to be changed because the BL genre still working in the, like, they're still working well, very good. They can make the reader smile, they can make reader get happy. But so no need to be changed, but need to be expanded, need to be blended. If the writer or if the producer of the series, of the BL series, Y series, need to save that position in being the leader in this business, I mean in BL or Y series, they have to consider more about expanded and blend BL with LGBTs. I mean combine these together. Making people smile is a tough job, and making people understand more isn't a tough job either. But combine both into a single draft is challenging. And if they can achieve, I think the truly leading position they will get. Like you say, I think 90% in the market is the BL, and the reader, most of the reader is the woman, right? So
yes.
The BL novel make you smile, make you happy. It means it's achieve the KPI. But to make the social get forward, more understand about gay life, LGBT life should be added into them, but they have to still save the position the position to make people more happy.
Okay.
So I never expect all the writer to come back to write something serious about LGBT. I just need them to understand that they wrote for the women reader,
and not necessarily the general audience.
And I think you guys may heard about this, that this word in the BL series or in the book, that I'm not gay, but I just love you.
Oh my God, we hate that here.
Oh my God,
we hate that.
We hate it so much. We talk about it in the podcast.
Some people mocking on it, but okay, I think I agree with it. I agree with it. There's no man, no female, no gay, no lesbian, no LGBT. We are just a person who fall in love with a person. So when I fall in love with a guy, I don't fall in love with a guy. I fall in love with this person. I think gender is like fluid. This moment, I fall in love with a guy. So yeah, the social may consider that I'm gay, but who knows? Maybe in the next year, I fall in love with a girl, and the social will consider me, will label me as a dude. So the gender is a thing that you should take it off and place it in a box or at your house. When you get out, you have no gender. You're just a person. So to be honest, I secretly agree with that word.
You secretly? I was just about to ask you, because I'm shocked. I'm shocked. That you would say that you agree with it, but having heard your explanation, I understand. The reason why we here, Mana and I, we don't really like it is the intention that it's said with. It's said when it's how it's presented to us. It's not in the shows and in the books. It's not presented in a way where they're speaking towards gender fluidity or stuff like that. They're literally saying there is no way in life I would ever fall for a guy except
just this one.
So but no, if it is that other persons who are in the industry, because we're not Thai, and I always say this, if you're not from a country or if you're not from the society, there's not really much you can say about how they view things. But if it is that other people view it like you, then I can understand why they would say it, but I still don't like it.
Yeah.
Like it. Yeah, I agree. Like it or don't like it, agree or not agree is something separate.
Right. So I can understand, but at the end of the day, it's just not for me, because you can do a better job of saying what you want to say. But it's interesting. What were you gonna say? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said that. I'm going to say that. You make a good point, because in the series or in the book, I'm not gay, it doesn't mean I'm not gay, but it's contain a little bit of
homophobia.
Homophobia. It's not exactly I'm not gay. Okay, when I'm saying this moment I'm not gay, I like a girl. Maybe it's contain a little bit of homophobia. So yeah, I don't like that too. I don't like the feeling in that sentence. I don't like the feeling in the voice when the character in the series said
the contempt.
Because it's not I'm not gay. It's a little bit toxic.
Yeah.
But I guess it is, but it's also, that's why it's good to have different outlooks or different views on things, because if you choose to look at it from a standpoint of this person being fluid with their sexuality and their identity, then I understand why they would say something like that. But you know, that is what it is. But to what you're saying, go ahead.
No.
Oh, sorry. I thought I heard that you were trying to speak. But it's funny that you transitioned so well into representation, because when Mana asked their question earlier about writing for when you social responsibility, you said that you think that people should be free to write whatever they want, but be responsible with it. So, and given what we just spoke about, speaking of representation, from what I've gathered, you're openly gay, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So given the fact that you're openly gay, writing as you nicely put it, BL isn't necessarily LGBT material, it's just a form of thing on its own. So given the fact that you write BL novels, in real life, do you as an individual, do you face any backlash at work, at home, or with your family or with your friends? What has the general response been to what you do?
I am just a lucky person. I'm just a lucky person because my friends know that I'm gay and they are okay with it. And also my family. I can bring my boyfriend to see my parents that this is my boyfriend. They welcome my boyfriend. Actually, I came out with my family when I graduated med school. I told them that, Mom, the exactly night before my graduate ceremony, I told them that Mom, that I don't like girl. I like a guy. I don't mean like a guy. I like a guy. And I think I cannot get along together with a girl in the couple life, in couple way. Mm-hmm. My mom listened to me and she asked me that it's gay. Why do you have to explain that long word? You can just say that you're gay. I said, oh, and she doesn't look surprised. She said that she knows it for a long time, but to know it and to be told by me is different. It means that now I open to talk with them everything, and she really glad that I graduated from med school. So I am just a lucky guy. My brother know that I'm gay, and he's really enjoy me being gay because he said that because he said that I'm looking better than him. So girl will be.
Yep, you're his sidekick.
That's funny.
You're the one that's gonna get all the girls for him.
Once time in my life, I when I was in the last year in med school, I had a patient who's got asthmatic attack. He's elderly. He got really severe asthmatic attack. And when I approached him to take care, he said that, okay, stop doctor. I need other doctor who's not gay.
Oh no.
Oh my God. Yeah. What did that feel like? That must have felt awful.
He said that why he still
he's dying and he doesn't want you to help him.
He needs the other doctor who is not gay. So because it's emergency, I don't have time. I don't have enough time to feel anything. Turn and ask my friend, the other friend, to take care of this guy, and I take care of the other kids who also got the asthmatic attack. And that kid play with me. Also, his mother also play with me too. So I think that you cannot avoiding the backlash. Even though you are in the best country in the world, even though you are in USA, the best country in the world, you still have to see people like this, people who homophobia, people who just don't like LGBT, don't like gay, you cannot avoiding it, but you can make yourself out of their zone. Let them be in their life, and you can live your life. Because you know what, I just turned just from in front to the left side, and the kid wants to play with me while I'm shaking him. So it's easy. It's really, really easy to just move out from that zone. But as I told you, I'm just lucky. I got that just only once in my life.
Oh wow, that's really great. Yeah, it is. You know, even here, even here in America, I know people think it's very easy, you know, to be out, but sometimes it's not, you know, and especially it depends on, you know, where you live and you know how open your area around you is, you know, so sometimes it could be very difficult, but I'm glad that you brought it up, that, you know, all you can really do is just live your own life, and, you know, not, you know, pay attention to too much to things around you, because you're gonna hopefully find people in your life that are gonna accept you for who you are and not, you know, put you in a box. So I think that's a good lesson for people. So thank you for sharing that story with us.
Yeah, and I just have one thing, because it's here and I feel like it's important to ask the question. You were lucky. Well, like you said, you were fortunate enough to have a supportive space. And that one incident happened to you. Did you ever put any pressure on yourself to, okay, I know this is who I am. I know that eventually, before you came out to them, I know that eventually I'll have to share this information. They're gonna find out soon anyway. Did you ever put any pressure on yourself to over excel at things? Like, put any pressure on yourself to make sure that you were on top, so that eventually when this information came out, no one would question your worth?
Yes. When I was young, I think that being gay is like stigmatized, because, you know, I'm in Thailand. We are not accept with just tolerance with being gay. You can be gay if you have the good life enough. You can be gay if you behave. Okay, my parents never said that to me, but it's like I grow up with that kind of attitude. I can be gay if I'm a good person, if I'm behave. So I try to being a good kid, study hard, because deep down I feel like, because I cannot having a kid for my parents, or I'll be a really, really good kid for them. I must have the very good life, so they will see that, okay, I can take care of myself. I can be whatever I want to be. It's like I have to make it for the permission to be gay. And I can tell you that it still be in Thailand, maybe in the other countries, I don't know. But I still have to making it good. Even though I post many things on my Twitter, on my Facebook, I have to consider it many times before enter and post it. Because if I do good, it's just be good upper it. But if I do something bad, they will accuse my gender. Sometimes, some people, not every people, but there will be one person who accuse that because of gay. So
because you're gay, that's why you did this, or this is happening because you're gay or you're queer or whatever. Yeah, that's why I asked the question, because even though some of us are fortunate enough to be in spaces where we don't have to be uncomfortable because our people accept us, it's like
Yeah.
the country that I'm in, a question that a lot of straight people ask, like homophobic people ask, is why are all of these gay people in these top positions? They had to work really hard to get there. So that's why I asked, because I wanted to know if the sentiment carried across borders, basically. So thank you for answering that for me.
But to be moreover, every people have to like do the hard job to be good, because half of it is good. It's good. It's also good for you. Okay, good for the social and good for you. And it's like, okay, even though it's the fact, but I think it's also good for me. So because I have to be aware all the time. It's like thoughtful. It's like crafting me into a thoughtful person.
Okay.
So actually, Ali can go ahead and take the last question.
The last question, it's 2 parts. I'm gonna try to make it quick. You have a Spanish novel coming out. Mana is Latino.
Yes.
She's they're Latino. What inspired you to do that, real quick, and then we're gonna close.
Okay. Besides being a doctor and a writer, I consider myself as a scientist. I want to do an experiment. I heard that people in Latin America, in the South America, really love BL, but
yes.
less BL book available for them. So why not try it? I got a friend and the reader community from South America, so it's easy to start. I want to know the data. I want to know the data about the response, so I can calculate it, I can process it, and maybe on the next book, or maybe all of my book will be translated to Spanish.
That would be great. I mean, I for one, because I can read English and Spanish, so I was really surprised when I saw your announcement on Twitter about Siete Días de San Valentín. I was like, oh my God, it's in Spanish. Yeah. And I was...
okay, now 7 days before Valentine is the first book, but I sent the next book to the translator already.
Oh wow, that's great. I know that you had mentioned in your other podcast, it was I Love You, I Kill You. Is that the one that you're going to translate into Spanish, or is that a different novel?
The other one is My Imaginary Boyfriend, because I Love You, I Kill You still translated into English, not
Okay. All right. So the last part of everything, just to wrap it up, you have a very you're in a very demanding profession. You write, you find time to interact on social media. So my question to you is, and this is the last thing, and then we're going to close. What would be your advice? Like, if you could say 5 things, just 5 things to someone who has their plate full, either with school, work, hobby, job, whatever the case may be, what are 5 things that you would, or 3 things that you would tell them to just encourage them, or how to work around it?
Actually, I just only one thing that keep telling myself every day, and I keep sharing it with the other people every day. Just only one thing, and you will be very, very fine in this world, is be a better you in every day. When you wake up, you got another one day, you got another 24 hours to making yourself better than yesterday. Before you go to bed, ask yourself that, am I better than my yesterday already? If yes, if the answer is yes, okay, go to bed. But if the answer is no need to struggling. Just find the point that why I am not better than myself yesterday. Maybe you just make a bullet about it and make an aim that you will beat it in the next day. So the next day you will achieve that I can be a better person in the other, a better person than yesterday. No such any wise word or any other like proverbs. I just use this: be a better me in every day. At least, even though it's not good to the other people, but it's also good for yourself. The feel you can learn from your pain, but you can be happy from your happiness. You can be happy from your goodness. If you can feel you better in every day, you will be happy and guaranteed. If you know that you are better than yesterday, you will definitely be happy. Sure. And the happiness is the oil to drive you to do any other thing that good for yourself.
Oh, so thank you so much.
No five thing, no 3 thing, no 10 thing.
Just one.
Just one. Just really quickly, where can people find your novels if they want to read any of your books?
Okay, you can find me on Wattpad and also at Amazon, and you can see me on Twitter, Patrick3 Rangsimat.
Okay.
All right. So we wanna thank you once again for agreeing to be our first official guest. Thank you.
If you want to interview me again, please let me know. I'm
definitely.
Definitely. Thank you so much. And yes, it's been such an honor to have you.
Okay, guys, so you're listening. All of Patrick's information will be in the description box. The links to where you can buy his book, his Twitter profile, everything in the description box. Thank you again so much, Patrick. Have yourself a wonderful day at work and stay blessed.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.
Sawadee ka.